impartiality and integrity. In this video, we discuss in the need of impartiality and integrity in the functioning of speakers in Indian parliamentary bodies. Recently, the leaders of Congress party in Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, was suspended for his remarks against the Prime Minister, which was later revoked. So, who is the speaker? A presiding officer in legislative body responsible for maintaining order during debates, ensuring rules are followed and representing the institutions typically elected by members. They play a crucial role in legislative assembly functions. Issues with functioning in speakers in India. First issue, favor ruling party. For example, several judgments on the anti-defection law highlight the partisan conduct of speakers in state assemblies. Second, recently the leaders of Congress party in Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, was suspended for his remarks against the Prime Minister, which was later revoked. Issue 2, party interest over national interest. For example, speakers who are active members of the ruling party may refuse essential debates in national interest to avoid embracing the ruling party. Issue 3, increase disruptions in parliament. For example, partisan conduct and apathy of speaker towards opposition demands lead to frequent disruptions in parliament by the opposition. Disruption of parliament damages its prestige and hinders its primary functions of making laws through careful debate. Issue 4, bills are not referred to committees. Stalling parliamentary proceedings has resulted in passing of significant bills without discussions. For example, in 2021 monsoon session of Lok Sabha, not a single bill was referred to any select committee for review. Issue 5, wide discretion. Speakers exercise wide discretion in matters of money bills, decorum maintenance, and suspension of members. Bills are sometimes labeled as money bills to bypass the upper house. For example, the Aadhaar bill introduced as a money bill. Issue 6, misuse of powers under the 10th schedule. The role of speaker in recent political crises such as Maharashtra 2022 has raised concerns about the misuse of powers under 10th schedule. Other examples include the dismissal of government in Uttarakhand and Arunachal Pradesh, where speakers helped ruling parties by disqualifying MLA under a 10th schedule. Issue 7, appointment system. Speakers are typically elected by ruling parties, leading the questions about their independence from party influence. Issue 8, lack of tenure security. The Constitution of India does not provide a fixed tenure for speakers, making their position dependent on their selection, which can influence their actions in the House. Some associated cases like Kehoto Holohan Jille Chillu 1992 case, minority judges argued the speaker's power to decide on defections undermines democratic principles. Second case, Nabam Rabia Bemong Felix case 2016, the Supreme Court could held it is constitutionally impossible for speakers to proceed with disqualification proceedings if a no confidence motion against him is pending. Khekam Mengendra Singh and Honorable Speaker Manipur 2022 case, the Supreme Court recommended amending the Constitution to create an independent tribunal led by judges to handle such matters. What are suggestions to improve the impartiality the speakers in India? Suggestions. First suggestion, resignation from political party. Upon selection as speaker, the individual should resign from their political party to avoid conflicts of interest. Ireland model. Second, follow the Ireland model where the speaker is someone who has given up political ambitions and built credibility. Third, British model. Once a speaker, always a speaker. Adopt British model where speakers usually remain unopposed by major political parties, enhancing objectivity. Third, adopt practices from the UK where speakers resign from associated political parties to reflect impartiality, continuity based on impartiality. A committee like the one headed by V.S. Pace suggested, allowing speakers to continue if they have been impartial and efficient in their previous tenure. elections on an independent ticket. It is suggested that anyone seeking the position of Speaker may be required to run for election on an independent ticket. Disqualification power shift the power of disqualification under the anti-defection law to President or Governor who decide based on suggestions of Elections Commissions of India. Second, ARC recommendations. Imposition of disciplinary actions grant the Speaker the power to impose various disciplinary actions such as a salary cut of members disrupting the House. Formation of Parliamentary Committee. Allow the speakers to create Parliamentary Committee to recommend the removal of MPs who regularly disturb the House. The committee's decision should be subject to judicial review. Independent Tribunal for disqualification. Establish an independent tribunal to resolve questions relating to disqualification of members based on defection. Jawaharlal Nehru rightly mentions on Speaker's role. The Speaker represents House. He represents the dignity of House, the freedom of House, and because the House represents a nation in particular way, Speaker becomes a symbol of national freedom and integrity. Therefore, a free position should always be occupied by persons of outstanding ability and impartiality.